Welcome back to Astanza Tattoo Removal News, your place for all things tattoos, tattoo removal, laser technology, and much more. I'm Hannah Barling, the Content Marketing Manager here at Astanza, and today with me, a familiar face, is Brian.
Hello, thanks for tuning in or looking at us on the video or on the podcast, wherever you're finding Astanza Tattoo Removal News. Brian Hasenbauer here, VP of Marketing at Astanza, and we have got lots of great stuff to share today, from client features about removing celebrity tattoos to training opportunities, upcoming webinars and resources for practitioners, and how to change lives through our nonprofit tattoo removal programs. Today's episode is just chock full of good stuff.
That's right. But before we can jump into all the goodness of today's episode, if this is your first time tuning in, Astanza Tattoo Removal News is a monthly show. We have a podcast as well as a video stream version. So make sure to check out our YouTube channel, all major streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, so that you can view our past episodes and learn even more about Astanza and what we offer for you.
That's right. We post this everywhere because we are the global leading podcast for tattoo removal in the world and universe. So yeah, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, our blog, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Say that 5 times fast. Subscribe, turn on the notifications, and you'll never miss an episode of your favorite show. And share it with everyone you know.
Yes, please. And that being said, if you're a seasoned fan and you just have been waiting for this episode, we would love to hear from you. So feel free to leave us a review on the podcast platforms or on our website as well. Or, submit any ideas or questions you may have to marketing@astanzalaser.com.
Cool. Well, let's kick it off. So our first part today is going to be about Bad Habits Tattoo Removal out of Fort Lauderdale. And they were recently featured on this little TV show called TMZ, something about providing laser tattoo removal to a prominent client. So yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, so TMZ, you all know, is usually Hollywood, entertainment, big news, gossip.
What does TMZ stand for?
I don't know.
Write in. Tell us what TMZ stands for. The magazine zine.
The media
TMZ, the media zine.
I don't know. Words with Z are hard. So that being said, celebrities, entertainment news. You may be familiar with the Island Boys. Maybe or maybe not, but they are a hip-hop duo of twin brothers who rose to fame on TikTok. And one of the duo, Kodiak Red, I believe his birth name is Frankie Venegas. Not going to pronounce that last name correctly. But he has been going through a breakup with Amina Sabhi, and she is undergoing laser tattoo removal at Bad Habits in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, and Bad Habits tattoo removal owner Liz Shaviano performs the removal on TMZ and walks through the process and actually has a pretty good clip of that. So let's take a look at that.
So as you saw in that clip, the treatments go by pretty fast. Liz is using a cryo machine, so you can tell what the laser portion is as it was showing that removal. That other hose that she's holding is a cryo machine that blows below freezing cold air, and it numbs the skin before, during, and after that treatment, which can alleviate any heat or discomfort that may be associated with that laser procedure.
Yeah, and tattoo removal is a great procedure, and it's a great way to, remove those tattoos that you just don't want anymore because they're painful reminders of your past. So we love to see our clients being featured, and way to go, Bad Habits.
Yes, that's absolutely right. We really love seeing this out there. And, a lot of these changing lives moments aren't shared as much as they should be, which is why we love to give that extra highlight here on our show. Because, laser tattoo removal is not always simply superficial. It can be very impactful and truly change the trajectory of people's lives.
Yeah, we've actually talked with medical professionals and they say, well, tattoo removal is not a necessary procedure or medically necessary. And, some people, debate that because if you're feeling bad about yourself because you have a tattoo on you and it makes you feel a certain way, it then does become medically necessary to get removed.
Absolutely.
So yeah, a lot of times that will happen. So another cool story about Astanza's changing lives is Rethink Laser Tattoo Removal out of Rochester, New York. So they've partnered with Rochester's SAFE, which is Surviving and Finding Empowerment Court, providing free tattoo removal services for those affected by human trafficking.
Yes. So thank you, Rethink Laser Tattoo Removal, for providing these services and sharing this mission with your community in Rochester and beyond. The owners of Rethink, Matt Trinkler and Jordan Curran, share their mission and more background about their business and, what their passion is behind all of these services in a recent interview Amy Yan, our client success manager, had with them.
Yeah, and I think we have another clip of that so you can learn more about how a for-profit tattoo removal studio is working with nonprofits to give back to the community and help change lives. Let's check that video out.
All right. Hey guys, I am joined today with Jordan Curran and Matt Trankler from Rethink Laser Tattoo Removal. They're an Astanza client in Rochester, New York, and we are very, very excited to have them here with us today. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Amy Yan and I work for Astanza Laser. We are headquartered in Dallas and we offer a variety of technologies for laser tattoo removal, hair removal, any aesthetic treatment, you name it. But today we're going to be talking specifically about Rethink Laser Tattoo Removal and what they are doing with their Astanza technology. So before we get started, Jordan and Matt, can you tell us a little bit more about yourselves, your background, and Rethink Laser Tattoo Removal?
Yeah, so my name's Jordan Curran. I am part owner in Rethink Laser Tattoo Removal. A little bit about me, I've always been like a passionate, driven person. I have a background in music. I've done music professionally and toured and wrote songs for some national artists. And I've always really, had the drive and want to be an entrepreneur. And this opportunity kind of unfolded and it seemed right for me. And I was really excited to open up Rethink with my good buddy Matt over here. And tell them a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Matthew Trinkler. I'm also part owner of Rethink, of course. And I've always been really undecisive when it comes to getting a tattoo. And now I'm allowed to be more decisive about my decision to get a tattoo because if I don't like it, I can remove it. So I love that. I've always kind of wanted to work for myself. So this kind of opened up the opportunity to do exactly just that. So I'm really excited to be business owner with my friend Jordan over here. And it's been a really exciting journey so far.
That's awesome. One, I had no idea that you worked in the music industry, Jordan. And two, Matt, how many tattoos do you have?
No, well, actually, it's funny that you asked that. So going into the business, I had zero. Again, I'm just not decisive about anything when it comes to that. I always have to rethink. Do I really want to get this tattoo because they're permanent, they're forever, or at least they can be. So now we've got the technology to do that. Yeah. So it's funny story actually is I decided to finally get my very first tattoo, and I'll maybe spare you from showing it, but I decided to get it on my leg, and it's actually a tattoo that's going to eventually show the progression as it moves through the sessions.
Oh,
so
I love that.
12 squares or rectangles, I should say, on my leg. And we're going to be starting it with the original square, the rectangle, and then removing it and showing as it progresses through the sessions, and it shows the removal process.
I think he's a little bit crazy, but I love his commitment to the business. Funny, I brought him to my tattoo artist, and as soon as he's done, he's like, Matt's like, I can't wait to remove this. And I looked at my artist, I'm like, I bet that's the first time you've ever heard that,
Right. Getting a tattoo specifically to remove it. No, that is awesome. That is a really fun marketing campaign, and we are super excited to see how that goes.
Yeah, us too. We're going on our third session now.
Okay.
So
great. Are you guys posting on Instagram if all of our viewers today want to?
We will. We will. We haven't posted it yet, but
okay, awesome. Everyone stay tuned. Great. Well, tell us a little bit more about Rethink and in your business model, what you guys stand for and what makes you guys unique.
Well, I mean, I think one of the reasons why I got into tattoo removal is because I am removing tattoos myself. So like it kind of opened up the door, to open up a business. And I think some of the things that, make us unique is our bedside manner, our attention to detail with the clients. We really care to lay out an accurate representation of what this process looks like. I know, for people who don't know much about tattoo removal, it can seem overwhelming. There's a lot of information out there, and a lot of information is contradictory. So, we really take our time to go over the process, be very thorough with the client, and make sure that they're comfortable and know what they're getting into. And, I think, our care and attention to detail in that way really sets us apart from other businesses.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, even Matt getting a tattoo to kind of really tell people what the experience is like. I think that's just as transparent as you can get. So I love the honesty that you provide and all the information that you guys provide for your clients and making sure they feel comfortable before starting the treatment. That's really nice. Okay, we are coming to the end of our interview, and it's one of my favorite questions, which is, what is a changing lives moment that you've had thanks to Rethink laser tattoo removal in general? What have you seen kind of it really positively impact your clients through this procedure?
I think the biggest moment for us came recently in our partnership with SafeCourt. SafeCourt is a division of the Rochester City Courts that deals exclusively with women who have been sex trafficked or sexually exploited. And, horrific aspect of that industry is a lot of times the pimps or the captors or the boyfriends, or the groomers, or whatever the situation is, whoever you want to call them, will brand these women to kind of claim ownership over them. And we just found that to be horrific. And I've always kind of had a past of really loving to give back to the community. I've had, donated to homeless shelters and all that kind of stuff. But being a business owner really opened up the opportunity to give back in a much more impactful and profound way. So our partnership with SafeCourt, the city court will directly send us these women to remove these tattoos for free. And it's really a way for us to give back to the community in the ways that they've given to us.
So Astanza has started out as the provider of tattoo removal training and laser devices, and we are the world's leading expert in tattoo removal. But we've expanded our FDA-cleared medical laser products into other types of lasers: hair removal, skin resurfacing, other types of things. And we've always really prided ourselves on providing resources to entrepreneurs and practitioners to, guide them every step of the way on this journey.
That's right. And the most recent addition to what we call our aesthetic resource library, where there are dozens of webinars, ebooks, how-to guides, lots of resources for both starting out and folks that have been in the industry for many years. We have our Inside the Laser series. So you may be familiar with our series. We just wrapped up the Inside the Duality. So the Astanza Duality is a tattoo removal laser, and that webinar goes through all of the capabilities, the specs, what you can expect to get out of that, your return on investment, the profitability of this device to add that. So if you want to grab the on-demand recording of that, we've got a link in the podcast show notes for you, or this QR code somewhere up here on the screen that you can access that recording and learn more about the duality.
That's right. And we created an entire series around this. It's not just one webinar.
Right.
It's not just 2 webinars. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
8.
7.
7. Okay,
Yeah,
7.
Teaser, maybe 8.
We might even have more coming. We've always prided ourselves on making sure we've got the greatest tattoo removal equipment, and we're always adding to that product line and creating resources for those looking to get into it. So hopefully you can check out that webinar we just did, check out some of the next ones, and see how the duality is one of the best tattoo removal lasers on the market and a true workhorse for any type of practice.
Yes, absolutely. And finishing that series, later this year, but we just couldn't wait for that to end for us to start a new one. So we do have a special announcement today to share with you guys tuning in, our clinical education series, which will feature, there are 5 in this series of webinars, and they will really dive into the science and more of the clinical best practices for practitioners to further optimize what they are providing or to get a deeper level of knowledge so that they can expand their offerings. So Brian, what's the first one happening in that series?
Yeah, the first one coming up is June 1st, and it's about using combination therapy methods with laser technology. So yeah, make sure to register for that. It's going to be live on June 1st, and make sure you secure your seat because they are limited. We will send an email with the recording if you can't make it in person. But yeah, you'll learn a lot more about how you can use these multiple wavelengths to do great treatments.
Yes, you know, your device you have, or maybe devices you've been researching, provide more than just touch removal, which is a really great way for you to increase that client satisfaction and profitability of your business with your laser devices. So be sure to check out that first one of the series. And then just a quick rundown of the rest of that schedule for our clinical education webinars for this year is the second one of that is going to be investing in advanced laser devices with multiple treatment capabilities, live on July 18th, 2023 via Zoom. So you can register now on that graphic on your screen or in the link below in the show notes. Next up after that is understanding skin physiology with tattoo application and tattoo removal. So you guys are probably familiar, you know, tattoo removal is not a one and done procedure. There are lots of factors that go into, you know, determining how many sessions are required for full removal or a good fading if you're going to cover that up. So learning, you know, some of those methods of application and how that ties into the removal as well. That one's going to be really powerful. So that is airing live August 9th at noon Central via Zoom.
Oh, I've got this next one.
Oh, take it.
All right. September 26th at noon, we're going to do treating pigmentation concerns with medical grade lasers. Oh, and these are tough words to pronounce. Melangenesis.
Close.
I'm not sure if that's right, but I'm not a biomedical engineer. Hyperpigmentation, hypopigmentation, vitiligo, and melasma. That's an easy one.
Yes, melasma, I think most of us can pronounce. But don't worry, these webinars are hosted by our senior clinical trainer and our biomedical engineers. So us marketers, we're sharing the knowledge with y'all, but they're going to be the ones really diving into those topics.
Yeah, and that's the whole point of this, is explaining it, what it means, what these different treatments are, and you know how you can use your lasers to get those results you want.
That's right.
And what's the last one we have here?
The last one we have in this series is about vascular laser treatments. So learning how to maximize results using laser devices for more of those cosmetic vascular abnormalities. So that one will be live near Halloween time on October 26th at noon Central. So be sure to register for that one and really get a better understanding of how you can use your laser device to provide vascular treatments as well.
All right, well, you know what summertime means. Warmer weather, pool days, vacations, all that good stuff.
Yes, please.
So everyone looks forward to summer, to get away, hit the open road. And we're going to join that train this year and head out on the road to a couple aesthetic shows all around the country.
Yes, that's right. You know, we couldn't not get out there and share more about Astanza and also network and learn more about the industry as well. So our first one coming up is very soon on June 11th and 12th. We will be at the ICE's International Congress of Aesthetics and Spa event here in Dallas, which happens to be our headquartered city as well. So we're really excited for that one. Feels a little bit like home there. So be sure to come on out to that event and see us in Dallas on June 11th and 12th.
We're also going to head to Vegas because we love Vegas. You might see Elvis there. Probably will see Elvis there. For the International Aesthetics, Cosmetics, and Spa Conference. And that's June 24th through the 26th at the Las Vegas Convention Center, which is pretty cool. And if you're in the industry, interested in learning more about what we're going to be talking about there, you know, check out one of these shows and feel free to reach out to us ahead of time. Let us know you're going to be there and we'll set something up.
Yes, we would really love to see you, especially if you're local to either of these areas or if you're trying to plan a trip and either of these destinations sound exciting to you. Definitely let us know ahead of time so that we can speak with you and really take some time to talk with you at those events. And like Brian mentioned, they're a really great networking opportunity. And it's something that you should definitely check out as a laser business owner.
All right. Well, we're wrapping up our last segment of the podcast, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, video for today, Astanza Tattoo Removal News. And we're pretty excited about this next one. So we have actually won 5 Aesthetic Everything Awards this year.
Yes, we are absolutely thrilled to earn these awards. And before we even tell you what they are, we just want to say thank you. We couldn't do this and be the company we are without our hardworking team and the incredible clients that we work with and continue to be part of the Astanza family. So Brian, which awards did we get this year? Tell us.
Well, Top Aesthetic Company.
Woo!
Pretty cool. This one we take a lot of pride in with our service guarantee. The Best Laser Service and Training.
Absolutely.
Best Laser Company to work for. Oh, by the way, we're hiring. So go to our website, astanzalaser.com, go to the careers, fill out some job apps. We need lots of good people to add to our team. We also won Best Aesthetic Marketing Support, probably for this podcast and this webinar and this
these resources
stuff we're
we
doing,
make
these
for
resources,
y'all.
yeah, all the good stuff we do. And then last but not least, the most powerful Pico laser. So our Pico Star is just one of the best lasers out there, and you can come see it in Dallas or talk with one of our sales reps, and we'll tell you more about it.
Yes, I love that we introduced that Pico Star at the very end of last year. Actually, one of those Inside the Laser segments. So if you're interested in learning more about the Pico Star, go to that library we've been talking about and check out those specs and capabilities there. But also, yeah, like Brian said too, it's especially meaningful to me. This is a really great place to work and it's just meaningful work, and it's really nice to be honored and to earn these awards and see Astanza be recognized.
Yeah, and doing a show like this where you get to talk about clients and their success all the time, that's really why we're here to do this, is that we want to spread the joy of laser tattoo removal into the world and let clients profit from it, make good businesses and good careers and lives out of it, and then also give back to their community and also do great work for their patients. So it really does change lives.
Well, Brian, this is my favorite part of every month when we get on here. And I've said that to you guys tuning in before as well. All things tattoos, tattoo removal, laser, science, just all of that exciting stuff. But I think we've had lots of content already for today, and maybe we should just go ahead and wrap it up.
No, let's put another... No, I'm just kidding. Our producer's back there going, we don't have another segment today. What are you doing, Brian? Stop ad-libbing. But thank you, Hannah, for being here as always as our best co-host in the industry, which that's not an aesthetic award that we won, but you probably should win one for best podcast host in the world.
That's right. For the best show, the best tattoo removal news show in the world.
Yeah, but for now, thanks, Hannah. Until next time, this has been Brian Hasenbauer
and Hannah Barling, your host of Astanza Tattoo Removal News. Later.